Welcome to the channel of Butterflies and Things, and today we are buying shoes for our dolls. So, what about shoes?
Yeah, shoes are good. We like shoes.
Yeah, well, usually we're buying shoes, right? We're not making them ourselves.
Yes, and I don't make my shoes myself. This is why a lot of my dollies have bare feet. Oh, there he goes again.
Yes.
He keeps doing that. A lot of my dollies have bare feet, obviously. And what they have is usually permanent shoes. But we can get her if you can.
Her down,
Yep.
All right.
So, shoes. Yeah, this is actually an older pair, which I bought quite a while back. I'm gonna put it over here. Sorry, you're gonna have to just follow me.
Oops. Yeah.
So
I'm with you. I'm there.
So this quite a common model is like a boot, because the boot will always fit, because it's actually she's got quite a bit of room in here. Don't do that. I'm gonna open this.
Maybe flopping and stuff.
Oh,
well that's. There
she goes. So she actually has this girl has a high-heeled foot, and this is a lovely Dolmore boot. You can see it here.
I wouldn't even want to start on making something like that.
Oh my god, no.
No. That's a lot of work.
And she actually, there's quite a bit of weight to this one. The Chinese ones are quite a bit lighter. This was actually a very expensive pair. So when you're buying shoes, it's important to first measure your doll, because unlike human feet, she will not give in if the shoe is a little bit on the tight side.
Oh, you mean resin isn't flexible?
I mean resin isn't flexible.
It's squishable.
Not squishable, not flexible, and so it's quite possible to buy a shoe that just has a little bit too little room for the big toe at the front.
Yeah.
And then you can try and squeeze it in, and I have a couple of dolls that have squeezed in shoes that I will not be taking off ever, because I think if I do, I will actually break the zipper, or it will never come back. I will never be able to put it back on.
But with this one you're confident with the zipper?
Yes, because it's actually, she's quite loose in this one. So very important. Many doll companies will actually when you buy the doll, will actually show you will list the size of the foot. However, I do recommend that you measure it yourself. Because
are we talking millimeters or half millimeters even?
Not half millimeters, but millimeters, yes. If this is like this is probably 36 millimeter. No, this is longer. This is about 8 centimeters. With maybe 8.1, and if you get a boot that is listed that it will only fit 8 and not 8.1, it will not fit.
Yikes!
So, and if you go shopping for boots, they will almost always list the outside size, but not always list the inside size. So be careful with that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How do you work around that? Find examples of
if you know that your doll has largest feet, like a little bit wider than normal, a little bit longer than normal, then you just avoid these kind of shoes, because they're not gonna fit.
And looking for shoes that are specifically made for that brand is probably a good idea.
Yes, you should be able to assume that they will fit.
That sounds like there might be occasions.
Human error is always an option, of course.
And we are talking millimeters here, so.
Yes, indeed.
And in real life, if you're buying shoes, if you're looking at shoes, you can look at 100 shoes your size, your exact size, and there will still be a proportion of them that will not fit you. Yeah,
the only thing about dolls is that if you stick them in shoes that are too tight, you squeeze them in, but they're still too tight, you don't have to worry about them complaining. Unlike sisters, who it sucks to go shoe shopping with.
What? You don't like going shoe shopping with me?
I do.
I don't like going shoe shopping with me, so I don't blame you. But that's why I come up with the whole concept of yes, there will be shoes that won't fit, even if the size says that it should.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you.
That's a lot.
Him out. He has.
Wow, and it's really tiny as well compared to. I have small fingers. I have size S hands. But wow.
So this is the other. This girl is my Sarah Jane, and of course that means I have to have a doctor as well.
Absolutely.
Actually, I had the doctor first, and I made the Sarah Jane, but that's another story.
I'm not surprised. So there are other people who have the doctors, but there are no people who have the Sarah Jane?
There are about 3 people who have the Sarah Jane as well.
Okay, Sarah Jane owners. Hi.
So he has, he's a bigger doll. He's he's an 86 centimeter, 68 centimeter mirror doll. Right. Which makes him what they call, for shoes it's called uncle size.
Uncle.
So not just 1/3 but uncle. Yeah. And that means that he has really big shoes. This is because he has big feet. Let me see if I can actually take them off. The shoes have actual buckles like regular shoes.
So let me get back to the uncle size. That refers to the body?
There was a tradition when the dolls first came out. There was only the 60 size, and these were lesser mature males. I don't think I'm gonna be able to take it off. Sorry, guys.
Okay. You want me to try while you talk?
No, you're gonna break it. It's
You're
not.
Welcome.
It's not meant to be taken off multiple times.
No, that is a thing to consider. Is put them on and don't take them off. Really.
Exactly.
Especially if they're really pretty.
So there was the first sizes were like 60 centimeters, and they were young adults. Especially the males. We're talking the male dolls here.
Yeah.
Young adults, and then people wanted a little bit older, and some Chinese companies made bigger dolls with older sculpts and more mature bodies, and actual bigger, close to 70 centimeters, somewhere 70 up to 74 centimeters.
Wow.
Tall, and they called that uncle size, and the title sort of stuck. So if you're looking for one of these really big dolls with the big feet, you look for uncle size.
Okay. So he's one of the tall large dolls.
Yeah, and then you get these enormous boots, because it's a pointy one, so his foot actually stops about here. But because he's not squishable, because human foot is squishable, and you squish him into that point. Yeah. That's how fashion works. They don't care that it hurts, but that's how fashion works.
I think the pointy ones were never intended though for actual toes to get into the end.
Well, at least to go for the toes to go a little bit together, like pointy shoes for ladies. Yeah. And they don't, because they're resin. Yeah. So they had to make them longer, and that's where you actually get this boat of shoe.
Yeah. It is quite a shoe. Here's my hand. I know, I've got a small hand, but still.
And look at his leg, and then you have this boat of a shoe.
And he's got a good calf on him, you know, from all the running.
Yes, indeed.
So I just wanted to mention socks, because we have been talking about dolls' clothing, but we did not talk about underclothing yet. Yes.
For the socks, these socks are actually from a doll seller who sells for other types of dolls. They just have tube socks, and you cut them off. They're sort of a lengthy thing, and then you cut them off because they're it's tube, which is closed off, and then another tube, and it's closed off. I had a whole string of them. Right. I would suggest, if you have like a dark shoes that are dark in the inside, which this one is actually dark on the inside, is that you should wear some sort of socks. Because it may stain the resin. Yes. Okay. If you just leave it on and on and on, the dye that is used for this PVC material is actually can transfer to the resin.
Right. Okay.
With this shoe, this one's actually white on the inside. It's not that much of an issue. It's white on the inside. And some shoes where you don't run into problems if it's white on the inside, they put white on the inside and then have it like a black shoe. But on a shoe like this, you might actually accidentally see the inside, and it looks funny if it's white. So This is a pair of Chinese shoes. I bought it yonkers ago, and I think it's still available.
Useful. Well, it's a good dress shoe.
It's a good man dress shoe, and when he's wearing a suit, which he is, my man is wearing a suit.
Yeah.
And
he's rocking that afro quite beautifully.
Yeah, he's. I made the suit. It's actually Sherlock Holmes' suit that he's wearing.
Oh.
He's actually wearing Sherlock Holmes' body.
Yeah, who's also a big guy in most incarnations.
Yeah,
I think even in the books. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm completely faux pas because you're not supposed to wear black shoes with brown clothing. So naughty me. Well, but this is not available in.
We're not British. Hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are aware, and we don't apologize. Sorry, not sorry. This is great. I love it.
So
so he's got no heels. He's got a little bit of an upstep here.
Because
she's got a bunch of heels back here.
Yes. You can have even more heels than that. She actually, this doll actually has the high-heeled feet on, which are just so I can show you again. But not all the shoes, even when they're high-heeled feet shoes, actually require that you have high-heeled feet. It's easier, and as you can see, the high heel is actually quite a bit larger than her high heel part. Yeah. But this if the foot is accommodating enough, you can have a flat foot in here. It's a bit of hit and miss when you try to find it without being able to try. I suggest that if you want to be sure that you go to a doll convention and just simply try on the spot, bring your doll and just keep trying until you find the right pair. You may end up having to pay a bit, but it's worth it because this pair of shoes and my lady here, she has a pair
yeah, you do that,
of shoes like that, and they actually don't have a zipper at the back. So
they're very pretty.
Yes, and so I had a devil of a time getting them on, and I'm not ever taking them off, but they were 35 euros. So it's the most expensive pair of shoes I ever bought.
Right.
And these ones I actually got them secondhand.
Yeah, and that's very doable. Secondhand clothing, secondhand
I think
shoes.
It was 20 euros this one.
Yeah, it won't be much. It won't be like human clothing where you can buy something for a quarter, a third, or a tenth of the price.
No, it's specialized clothing.
They don't wear, don't they?
They will cost money, and according to quality, because like I said, this is Dolmore one. Dolmore and Lutz have really nice shoes. For specialty dolls like Ippelhaus, you should definitely try their section first because they have the feet that they have, and they may not be able to buy it straight from eBay. So this kind of thing would also come with a full set if you order the full set. If you include the shoes, yes.
Oh, okay. So that's optional.
You have to. Some give you a full set. Here it is. In a big box, and that's it. And some give you an option to pick and choose whatever you want from the full set.
Ooh. Well, that's really flexible.
Yes,
that's very nice. Yeah, because if you go, I love that corset and I love the shoes, but I have a very different idea for the clothing itself.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So basically, it's a question of choices and save up for the various prices. Let's take a look at the big.
And the color scheme, right? Both these shoes are older shoes, so the color scheme has improved quite a bit. And there are a couple of dedicated shoemakers that make really spiffy shoes, with a really spiffy price, of course. But yeah, they will.
And they would be like Etsy people.
Etsy, I've seen others on eBay. Some Russian makers make really lovely shoes.
Wow.
Yeah,
good stuff. All right. So, well, that's a whole bunch on shoes and how to get them. And if you like this, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe to our channel, then we would love that. Ring the bell for updates for every new video that comes out. And if you have a question, please send it along here or on the Facebook group. We'd love to hear from you. and we will see you next time.
Bye!
Bye bye!